Hi, my name's Charlotte. I came to Mothers Uncovered in 2010 in Hollingdean Children's Centre.
That's right. So, how did you hear about Mothers Uncovered?
I was a mother and baby breastfeeding group in Hanover Community Centre.
And what made you want to come?
I thought it looked quite interesting, something a bit different, something a bit more in depth. I thought it would perhaps fulfil what I needed a bit more than the breastfeeding group perhaps that I was in at the time.
And was the group what you expected?
There was more artistic input than I was expecting, which was great. The one-on-ones were far more than I was expecting, which was also very, very useful.
So, and what sort of thing took place in the session? You mentioned it was more artistic than you imagined.
Well, there was a lot more kind of thinking about your emotions and using it to be a bit more creative. Mostly we did stuff with words, putting different phrases on the walls and just thinking about how motherhood made you feel. And I was very impressed by the spoken word event that I went to afterwards, which was sort of had some roots in our kind of discussions. It was a group of mothers just talking about their experiences, but it was very frank and open, and you kind of felt like you could say whatever you wanted.
And it was different to other things that you'd found to go to at the time.
Yeah, I mean, because it was the same group every week, you kind of got to know people a bit more, you kind of trusted them a bit more. The facilitators were very good at sort of allowing people to be open and emotional if you wanted to be, and just kind of explore how you felt about being a mother.
And do you think it made you feel differently about your experience of being a mum?
Yeah, I think it made me relax a bit more about not coping sometimes. It made me feel a bit more like that was okay and that that was perfectly normal, and because I'd felt like perhaps sometimes that I wasn't dealing with it right, but yet I wasn't postnatally depressed, but actually you talk to other people in that context and you realise that actually you're perfectly normal.
And have there been any long-term changes, would you say, from attending the session?
I think it helps me, perhaps it's helped me think more about being a mother, about helping other people who become new mothers, about how the modern world tends to sort of immunise you against lots of aspects of life, but childbirth and having a new baby is not one of those, and it makes you think a bit more about how you can deal with the immensity of it all.
And lastly, what would you say to someone watching this about Mothers Uncovered?
I'd say it is a fantastic way to explore your feelings about being a mother. I'd say if you have ever felt overwhelmed or tired or like it's all too much, or you're not getting enough help, or you're not this or you're not that, it's a really good way to think about it and to work it out yourself, how you feel about it.
Thank you very much, Charlotte.